This is a continuation of my earlier video where I actually discussed some SQL queries, and in this video I'm going to discuss a few more SQL queries. We are going to use the same database that we created earlier. We have a customers table, we have an invoice table, we have a line table, we have a product table, and we also have a vendor table. Now, in this query, I'm going to talk about listing unique values. Now, if you look at the database, we are using the same database, chapter 7 Celco MySQL underscore demo that we created earlier. We are going to address one of the interesting facts about SQL. For example, how many different vendors are currently represented in the product table? Um, A simple select statement is not actually quite helpful to find out this answer because there may be many vendors repeated. There can be more than one vendor that can be listed in the query and they are not unique. So, fortunately, in SQL, there is a keyword called distinct, and this SQL's distinct clause produces a list of only those values that are different from one another. So, for example, if we use the following statement, select distinct underscores code from product, this query will produce only different vendors, in this case v underscore code from the product table. So let us run this query and we will get the desired results. So first what I do is I launch the SQL Workbench as we did earlier. You all are familiar with how to launch a SQL Workbench, MySQL Workbench. And then what we do is we actually run this query, select distinct v underscore code from product, and then we run this query and we will get the distinct v code. In this example, I'm going to discuss how to write computed columns. So the first query that I'm going to discuss is write a SQL statement that will determine the total value of each of the products currently held in the inventory. In order to do this, what I do is I select product underscore description, product underscore quantity on hand, product underscore price, product underscore quantity on hand multiplied by price as total value from product. So what we need to do is we want to find the total value of each of the products currently held in the inventory. So how will you find the total value? You basically multiply products by quantity on hand and that will give you the total value. So we run this query, select p underscore description, p underscore QOH, p underscore price, p underscore QOH multiplied by p underscore price as total value from product. And as you can see, this gives you the total value of each product. For example, if you look at the first one, Power Painter, we have 8 of those in our inventory and the price is $109.99. So we multiply them and we get the total value of that particular product, and so on and so forth. Now I'm going to discuss a query that deals with dates. So write a SQL statement that will return all the records in which the inventory stock dates occur on or after January 20, 2018. So in order to do this, we will write a SQL query as follows, right? Select star from product where p underscore in date greater than or equal to 2018, January 20, 2018, And please pay attention to the syntax of the query, because here, if you look at the product table, there is an attribute called p underscore indet. So we are going to use that to run our to find the results. So select star from product where p underscore indet is greater than January 20, 2018. And when we run this query, you will get the desired results. Write a SQL statement that will return all the records for which the price is greater than 100 and the quantity is less than 20. Again, this is a very simple query. So all you have to do is select star from product where p underscore price is greater than 100 and p underscore QOH is less than 20. So we are going to use logical operators to do this, and pay attention to the syntax also here. Select star from product where p underscore price is greater than 100 and p underscore QOH less than 20. So again, when we run this query, you will get the following results. All the products whose price is greater than 100 and quantity is less than 20. The next one deals with also logical operators. Write a SQL statement that will return all records from vendor 25595 or 24288 and price is greater than 100. In this example, what we are going to do is we are going to run the following query, and you are going to get the desired results once you run the query. So that basically select p underscore description, p underscore QOH, p underscore price, v underscore code from product where v underscore code equals 25595 or v underscore code equals 24288, and pay attention to the syntax where we have actually put that in parenthesis, v underscore code equals 25595 or v underscore code equals 24288 and p underscore price is greater than 100. Now I want to show you one little thing here. This is the right kind of syntax. If you do not put the parenthesis, then you will get a wrong answer. For example, if you write where v underscore code equals 25595 or v underscore code equals 24288, and if you do not put the parenthesis, then you will get a wrong answer. So be very careful about how to use the parenthesis, and don't forget to write parenthesis when you are doing, because you are using and. When you are using this and operator, make sure that v underscore code equals 25595 or v underscore code equals 24288. Those two statements must be under the within the parenthesis, because you are and this, because you otherwise the and operator will produce a wrong result. Let us discuss another query. Write a SQL statement that will return all products whose prices are between 50 and 100. So in this example, what you can do is this. You can write a query like this. Select p underscore descript, p underscore QOH, p underscore price, v underscore code from product where p underscore price is greater than 50 and p underscore price is less than 100. So let us run this query and see what happens. You are getting only one results. B and D jigsaw 8-inch blade. There is only one result whose price is 99.87. By the way, you could have written the query in a different way using Between also, there is another keyword called between, and later on I will show you. You can also use, instead of the syntax like this, you could have written where p underscore price is between 50 and 100. That is also possible. Now SQL supports the use of special operators in conjunction with where clause. These special operators include between, in, like, is null. As I was telling you, you could have also written this using between clause. So let me show you how to do the same query using between clause. So I take this query and I can write where p underscore price between 50 and 100. So let us run this query. You can see we have done this using between also. I have earlier showed you how to use in. Now I'm going to talk about another operator called like. This is used to check whether an attribute value matches a given string pattern. So in this query, we are going to write a SQL statement that will return all vendor rows from contacts whose last name begin with Smith. So in order to do this, we write as the SQL statement as follows. Select star from vendor where v underscore contact like Smith, and then you have to put percent after that, and you have to put a quote. So this will actually give you all the vendors whose last name begins with Smith. Now let us run this query, and please pay attention to the syntax also, where v underscore contact, because if you look at the vendor table, there is an attribute called v underscore contact. Here it is. And so where v underscore contact like Smith, and you have to put a quote, and after Smith you have to put percent sign. And let me explain you. First let me run this query. You will get all those vendors, and you can see there are two Smith and Smithson. Now if you do not put percent, for example, if I change this query a little bit, if I don't put the percent sign and look at what happens, it will give you all the vendors that exactly matches with Smith. So you are getting only two results here, Smith. But if you want all the vendors whose name begins with Smith, then you have to put a percent there. That's the key idea here, okay? And that's it. I will continue my lecture on SQL in the next video. I will discuss a few more examples